Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how are you guys doing today on this Friday, May the 7th, 2021? Thank you once again for joining me here tonight for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction. Bringing you guys the very best in metal-related content right here on YouTube on the only metal channel you need, or one of them. If you missed anything in this past week, click the eye in the upper right corner of the screen and get caught up on all of my latest videos. I would certainly appreciate it. If you'd like me to review anything, make suggestions in the comment section below. No slam, deathcore, metalcore, or modern tech death. If you enjoy them, great. I do not. And please remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell so you don't miss anything. This is the hardest working metal channel on YouTube, or among them, and bar none, and no one's going to give it to you quite like I do here on Music of Destruction. So welcome to Metal Album Warfare Fridays here on the channel once again. I really love doing these episodes. They're a lot of fun. And tonight we're going deep into the black metal underground with two atmospheric black metal elites doing battle here with Moon's Caduceus Chalice going up against Xasthur's Suicide in Dark Serenity. Now, Caduceus Chalice was released on cassette from wolfsvuur Records in 2010 and limited to 100 copies on cassette. Now, Suicide in Dark Serenity was initially released in 2003 on Bestial Onslaught Productions, handling the vinyl, and Total Holocaust Records handled the CD and cassette releases, and it was also reissued in 2007 from Nothern Sky Productions, which is the copy that I have on cassette. Alright, so let's just get into the video, shall we? First up, we got Moon's In Shadow versus Xasthur's intro track, and these are very similar song structures on both. The atmosphere here very similar on both of these, very cold, desolate, and misanthropic, whereas Moon's is a lot more mysterious and occult, whereas Xasthur's is obviously a lot more of a misanthropic, emotional, depressive overtone, but Moon's In Shadow definitely has that going for it as well. These are great tracks, and I got to give a point to each here, so we got a 1-1 tie. Next up, we got Moon's Forest Samhain versus Xasthur's Suicide in Dark Serenity. Equally incredible tracks. Forest Samhain makes you feel like you're alone in a desolate wilderness surrounded by nothing but isolation and nature. Very serene sounding track. Suicide in Dark Serenity literally sounds like someone who's going to go kill themselves in the middle of nowhere. So we got a similar atmosphere happening. Obviously different goals for each band, as Moon leads more towards the dark occult side of things. Xasthur's obviously more of a depressive black metal project, but very similar tracks here in terms of atmosphere, composition, song structuring, and overall hypnotic dissonance, so I got to give a point there. We got another tie. Next up, Moon's Beneath versus Xasthur's with Hate Freezing in My Veins, and I got to give a point to each here. Again, Beneath, one of those songs that has a very mysterious, ancient undertone, a great atmospheric track here with a lot of dissonance and hypnotism, and a very cold atmosphere. Same with Hate Freezing in My Veins. Amazing guitar riffs on both of these tracks. Very hypnotic and dissonant. They give you that feeling of being completely isolated, surrounded by nothingness, and they're just fucking black and very abysmal tracks, and I got to give a point to each there. Next up, Moon's Monastery versus Xasthur's Storms of Red Revenge. Monastery is an absolute monolithic fucking powerhouse of a track that will leave you completely breathless by the end of it. It is that dark and desolate and isolated, whereas Xasthur's Storms of Red Revenge leans more towards misanthropic, frantic, hateful atmosphere, but both equally incredibly composed tracks with a lot of integrity, authenticity, and emotion, and obviously compositionally structured to create a cold, desolate atmosphere, and they succeed on those merits, so I got to give a point to each there again. Next up, Moon's Caduceus versus Xasthur's Middle Ages Return. Again, Caduceus is another monolithic track from Moon with a sinister atmosphere, dark, occult, cold, isolated, despair-filled, but also very mysterious. And Middle Ages Return, very ancient sounding, harkening back to ancient times, and very primitive song structuring here. These are both primal tracks. Very minimalistic on these two albums. Not a lot going on in terms of dynamics or technicality, but black metal prides itself on primitiveness and obviously sounding cold and ancient. Both these tracks succeed on those merits. Finally, we have Moon's Chalice, which is an 18-minute and 36-second monolith, versus Xasthur's Nocturnal Poisoning, the rehearsal version, 16 minutes and 32 seconds of absolute pure desolation, misanthropy, and suicide, whereas Chalice is extremely abysmal and buried beneath the earth sounding, but also very cold, desolate, and misanthropic. Obviously, these two bands know how to make atmospheric black metal, and I know Moon had a lot of influence from Xasthur, and you can certainly hear it on Caduceus Chalice. These tracks are monolithically fucking incredible. Two of the most ambient, depressive, misanthropic songs of all time, and Chalice has that occult undertone and that mysterious undertone, but also a cosmic feel to it as well, whereas Nocturnal Poisoning just drenches you with absolute despair, hatred, and misanthropy. So gonna give a point to each. Both of these songs absolutely incredible. Let's add up the scores. Caduceus Chalice comes in with 6 points, Suicide and Dark Serenity with 6 points. We have another tie, ladies and gentlemen, because both these albums are absolute classics in the atmospheric black metal genre, and you absolutely cannot go wrong with either release, and these are two of my favorite albums in the genre. Absolutely cold, bone-chilling, desolate black metal the way it should be done. So alright guys, there you have it, another Metal Album Warfare in the books here on Music of Destruction. I hope you enjoyed the premiere tonight. If you're new, subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss anything for notifications. Twitter and Instagram at Music of Destruction. My Teespring store, open teespring.com/music-of-destruction. You want to go and get all your merch, I got some cool stuff there. If you want to support on Patreon, the Seed episode 32, the history of thrash metal part 2 up on the page. $5 a month gets you access to the podcast. Patreon.com/Music of Destruction. Thank you for all your support. Keeps the channel going. Helps us get new equipment for a brand new YouTube channel that we've renamed Beyond the Big Screen. Colton's going to work on some new promos. We're doing movie and game reviews still, but we had to change the name from Reviews on the Run because there were too many search results, and we have to get this very narrowed down, so we used Beyond the Big Screen. Great name for the channel. Movie and game reviews. We're also working on a mafia crime drama for our film and production company, Imperial Creative Assembly. But let's check out a clip of what you can expect from Beyond the Big Screen.
You know what she did? Your canting daughter?
What should be done with him?
I don't know.
I don't think that's true.
I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you?
And we're back. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share the video. Have an awesome night. We will see you for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show tomorrow. Have a nice night. Take care.